is Shalida Chinpagdi. We are back with another video. Yay! It's good to see you again. Yay! Our channel is about helping people just like you work, relocated, and retire in Thailand. So don't forget to smash that like button now, guys. In today's video, we are going to talk about finding your Thai wife in Thailand. Well, let's get started. Well, let's be honest here, guys. There are a lot of foreigners here coming to Thailand to find a Thai girlfriend or even a Thai wife. And all we know that Thai girls are normally looking so pretty and looking good. It is, don't you agree with me? Okay. There are even a website promoting their relationships, and I heard some story about the parents selling their daughter to some arranging marriage with the foreigners. Even for some women going for prostitution with the same purpose. Well, these cases are usually extremely rare, but it never hurts for you to be conscious, right? So additionally, we will provide you the 7 tips and also the thing that you should expect to meet your good Thai girls. Yeah, that's what we Thai call them. The tip number 1, don't rush in. Well, Thailand is another world when you first arrive and you got tempted by beautiful beaches, nice beautiful sand, and also there are plenty of exotic women, cheap drinks and cheap foods as well. Well, don't get carried away. You have to be conscious before you moving in with some woman, and you normally tend to really fall in love pretty fast with the Thai woman. As I said in the beginning, don't rush in anything. Take time patiently to learn about that person, spend more time with them, and maybe you can meet each other occasionally and just to see that woman the right person for you before you move in with her right away. But aim to date with someone who is independent and educated, have a proper job, and they're totally fine without having you in her life. So this is usually the indicator as a good girl. Tip number 2, dating sites over bars and clubs. There is no problem with people enjoy themselves, hang out with friends at the night bar. Even the reserved people can loosen themselves up at the nightclub because they can have a good time. Well, it's completely normal everywhere around the world. But however, it's not so easy to tell between the normal girl who just go there, hang out with friends, or in the recreational basics, and those who working at nightlife like prostitutes or we call a call girl. So we don't really cannot tell how the differences, and it's almost impossible to distinguish between them, especially when you had a few drinks yourself and you are going to lose your mind and you cannot be conscious of it anymore. Well, you might end up dating the girl who's working at nighttime. Well, who knows? Well, there are plenty of dating sites in Thailand that you can date a woman. Well, try to use the international dating apps like Tinder and Bumble instead of the questionable Thai hookup website, as their profile shows the very incredible, beautiful woman. Well, by using the dating app or website, you could learn more about them by the neutral conversation. You can take them out for lunch, for dinner, and then let's see how she reacts. If she asks you at the first night that, oh, let me go crashing out at your couch, well, that means that she might be expecting something, or some of them might ask you like directly that, pay me by hour or whatsoever. Well, you will know right away if she is a nightlife worker or if she's a normal girl, right? I think you might have some common sense. But if she is a normal girl, she might just say goodbye at that night, and because she also be conscious with you as well, and she also curious to learn more about you, which means she is smart and clever lady. So that kind of girl is a keeper. You should still continue talking with her. Well, at the end, using the dating site increasing your chance to meeting a good girl. Now we come to the tip number 3. Find a normal girl. We know that this is unusual given, but amount of time we see some foreigners date an escort girl. It's so crazy, but usually the women who enter to the prostitution, they had a heart broken and got abused, also get involved with drugs, and some gamble sometimes. Well, don't get us wrong, we are not questioning or judging them. But the thing that we mentioned above is not always true, it's just only for some example. Well, however, it's relatively common, but you better avoid them in the first place because it's not gonna work. When it comes to the real relationship, there are many things get involved, not just only one thing. Well, you need the girl who is clever and think ahead about the future so you guys can build a future together. What we say is if you end up dating with a girl who working at night, then it might not end up well. But if some guys who just like to play around, then that is exceptional. But if you are a serious lover, then we would suggest you to get the girl who is quite genius and independent and also might not want to rely on your financial that much because she also has her jobs. So in this case, you guys can build your life together and happy ending. The tip number 4, find someone you have something in common with. Well, there's some cases that foreigner married a Thai girl who could not even speak any little English. So I think it's a disaster when it comes to a relationship and you cannot communicate. So it's better to find someone who has the same common. You like to go travel, for example. So if you guys both have at least similar, the common thing and like something similar, then you guys can have a successful in relationship. But we would suggest find someone who at least speaks some English. The tip number 5, don't make promise if you can't keep it. As I mentioned earlier, there are countless of foreigners men getting love stuck in no time. And they really falling in love with the Thai woman here. They promise them that they are going to marry her and they love her so much. Well, the Thai girls normally undoubtable about it. They also will fall for you right away. While some women in your country will know that it's just the alcohol talk. But with Thai women, we will fall for it right away. Look like we are easy to be fooled. As usually they are heard about some Thai women from their village got married with foreigner and their life seemed to be live on a very fantasy life because the foreigner took the girl back to their home country and their life seemed to be more happy than ever. But truth to be told, they are usually miserable. Well aware of some cultural and language barrier. Well, if she don't speak good English and also you just met her in a very short period of time, then might be difficult for you guys to live together and also bring her back in your home country, which is might be difficult for her to adjust herself and live in another country. So I think it's quite difficult and you guys might end up not well together. Well, keep in mind that if you going to invite your Thai lady back to your home country, it's going to be your financial in the long run. Tip number 6, expect the chaperone. Well, in Thailand, it's not uncommon at all for the Thai girl to bring a chaperone at the first few dates. Usually, they will bring a close female friend because of the historically, a woman wouldn't be seen intimate with the man unless they're about to get married. In the olden time, if the woman is seen hanging out with a man, they will immediately consider as a couple. And the gossip will start flowing all over the village and the girl's parents would eventually find out that the daughter is dating with the man before got married. And once the parents find out, it will impact their face. Well, furthermore, bringing a chaperone will make them less awkward. It also provides her a sense of safety. So do not be surprised if she brings a chaperone on the first few dates. In this case, you also can find out that she is a good girl. The tip number 7, meeting the families. In Thailand, the value of family is extremely higher than the Western country. Well, people are usually connected to their family even as an adult. And it's not uncommon for them to live with their parents. In most cases, the family always comes first, even before the husbands. So if Thai woman is serious about you, then she will invite you to meet her parents and her relatives on the first few weeks after dating. After a few weeks of dating and you haven't been invited to meet her family yet, you should consider that she is not really serious about you or she's not interested in you enough. Well, also some other reason that she might hide something from you, and also maybe her family not approve that she should have a foreigner as a boyfriend. Well, there are so many reasons, and you should stop dating her, which is not a good sign at all. You should look for another girl. Alright, so there you have it all, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you found this information very useful, and don't forget to follow these 7 tips and expectations so you will be able to find a good girl. If you have any other questions or want more recommendation, feel free to contact us at the link description below or go to bansmile.com. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.
What are you waiting for?
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 Yes, correct. What are you waiting for? The world may not be in a great shape right now, but it's very possible to come to Thailand. It's actually easier to live in Thailand for a longer time than it was before. With One Smile can get you the right long-term visa, find a perfect house, open the local bank account, or even open the business here. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below or go to bansmile.com and get started.